I'm giving Errol a few seconds to sort out his
remedy
stuff.
something.
He's remedying something, so you get an insight of what it's like to have someone who is like super busy and always on the go and always have things happening. But I know he could multitask.
I can.
Yes, so Gloria Charles Panton said greetings, Errol.
Love ups, Gloria. Love ups, love ups.
Yeah, Gloria is one of my faithful, loyal people. So we had a little bit of a glitch earlier, and I just want to say thank you for your patience. We appreciate that you choose to spend your Wednesday evening with us, enjoying this delicious conversation. So, without further ado, I want to say welcome again, beautiful souls, as I like to call you guys. I am Paula D'Souza, for those of you who don't know me. I transform lives through conversation, and I help men and women to reconnect with their inner beauty. And that's what I do. I don't like to say anymore that I'm not just a makeup artist. So today I have the privilege of having this wonderful gentleman. I like to say I think he's a living legend. In my book, he is.
God.
Yes, because what happens is this. We have some really gifted, talented, amazing people that we come into contact with on a regular basis. But guess when I don't know if you know or you don't know, because when you're dead is when everybody's come to say all kind of nice things about you, and you probably don't even give a damn. So I had the privilege of meeting Errol over 20 something years ago, I could
That's
say, because
correct.
yes, the first time I worked with you was on Westwood Park.
Wow.
And the first season I remembered, it was in 1997 when we shot season 1. And I must say, from then to now, our paths have always connected, even though I may not be in the country for some time, and everybody doing their thing, but we always manage to
Always
kind of
connect,
reconnect.
yeah.
So and honestly, one of the things that I want to say before I go any further is I want to thank you for always giving me a pleasant experience. Whether you sitting in my chair as a talent or whether you hire me, if for some reason after today I don't see you again, the one thing that I will always think about you is that he was so pleasant and polite and always make me smile or laugh. I don't think I've ever seen you in a bad mood.
Well,
I've not.
I seldom, I might feel angry about
Yes.
things, but I try to behave, not let my behavior betray my feelings.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So, introduce yourself in under 60 seconds to some of the people who may not know who Errol Fabien is.
Okay. Hello, I am Errol Fabien.
No! I need some more.
I work in entertainment, I work in media, I work in video production, I work in radio, I work on stage. I'm a father of 8 now. I am
Wow.
a recovering drug addict of 32 years and 10 months and about 13 days.
Wow.
Yeah, I am all kinds of things, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go there a little bit later, but I want to get into, because this is all about real beauty talk, and it's, for me, it's an holistic experience, not just about what you do and what you overcome, but I want to know about your skincare routine. Because most men, what is the grooming? But don't let me say that's skincare, let me say grooming.
Let me tell you, my wife is horrified. Because, you know, feel my skin. How is it? How it
Oh
feel?
my
How
gosh,
it
your
look? How
skin
it
smooth
feel?
and your hands so soft.
Yeah, it look okay. It look healthy.
Yeah, and you just celebrated a
Pinch
milestone.
Yeah, it's tough. It look. It look.
No.
What is the word?
So tell us
Hydrated. It look hydrated.
Yes, it does.
If I tell you, you wouldn't believe me.
What?
I only use soap, carbolic soap. I don't do anything else to my skin.
Just
Occasionally, I would
soap?
use coconut oil, extra virgin coconut oil, but occasionally. Today, all I did was soap this morning.
Are you kidding me?
I kid you not, carbolic soap.
But then your diet
specifically.
must be exceptional.
Well, yeah, I have. I think I have a great diet.
Yes.
I stopped eating meat when I was 14,
Wow.
and I have fish. but mostly veg and so on, you know, is what I have.
And you do a lot of fruit.
But that is according to my body feeling. Sometimes I need fruit for 5-6 weeks, but then if I eat a whole lot of fruit, my body's kind of let me know when it's needed. I drink water when I feel for water. If not, I might drink juice or I might have a glass of bubbly, you know. But yeah, carbolic. I tell people carbolic soap is my secret.
I don't even know what is carbolic soap.
You don't know what carbolic soap?
I hear about carbolic soap.
How many people know what is carbolic soap? Carbolic soap is probably the oldest soap that they've ever made.
Right.
Since I knee-height I grasshopper, I know about carbolic soap. It's an orange soap. It's not Lifebuoy soap. It's an orange soap in a little bar. There's one now on the market. Calypso is vegetable based.
Calypso?
Yeah, Calypso carbolic soap. That's what I use.
So then, you know what I am thinking, because the Rastafarians have a saying, you your food is your medicine is your food.
Absolutely.
So this is the perfect example of you are what you eat. Because if you don't take care of your skin on the outside and you look so good, that means you're taking
care of it on the inside.
Exactly. So what about do you have like an exercise routine? How do you maintain your health?
No, and in fact, of late, I find that I have gotten close to a sedentary lifestyle. I don't move around enough. It's all this COVID thing, all this lockdown. But I'm not afraid to walk. When I do get to do something, I walk. I walk and walk and walk and walk and walk.
Right.
And walk,
Yeah. Well,
I like to walk.
I think the key is to really keep moving.
Yeah.
Whether you, I'm not a fan of jogging.
Right.
So I do my walking as well. So if you have to advise men, younger men, because you don't just become what you are now.
No.
It's an investment.
It
What
is.
would your advice be?
Eat as much plant-based food as you can. Yeah, just as much of it as you can. And make sure and get physically active every day. Like, I don't have exercise routine, but I work in a studio home, so I'm setting up lights, taking down lights, setting up camera. I do a fair amount of moving, but not what I'm accustomed to pre-COVID.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But yeah, keep active. If you're going to the second floor, take the stairs.
Yes.
There come a day when you can't take this, that you must take the lift, you know.
Right, yes.
But when you still have youth on your side, take the stairs. Third floor, fourth floor, come on, take the stairs.
Yes, especially coming down.
Yes.
Yeah,
you know?
because I practice that a lot as well. And the other thing where that a lot of people take for granted and they overlook it, your mental health.
Right. Listen to me. Mental health.
Thank you, Gloria.
I'm going to silence this. Mental health is everything, you know. People ignore mental health, and mental health is crucial. And the thing is, you see, it's an area Trinis don't like to talk about, the CMI.
Yes.
But mental health is the first and most important health. And there is treatment. Mental illness can be cured, and mental illness surrounds us. A lot of things like depression, addiction, all these things are mental illnesses, and there's treatment for them.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
In fact, there's a rise in marijuana psychosis. If you check at the mental institute and so on, up at the rehab center where I work and so on, I've seen a lot of dual diagnosis coming in. People have addiction and some other mental issue.
Right.
You know?
And for me, from my observation, I realize that your mind is so fragile. All it takes is for you to feed one thought.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
And that could trip everything.
Yeah. So for me, what I really want to find out is, like, especially in this season where everything is disrupted, how do you manage to stay focused and centered? What do you do? What's your process?
Well, I have a very hectic daily schedule. And I sleep well.
Yes.
When I lie down, I'm gone. I sleep very well. But I'm up at the crack of dawn, and generally I'm out of bed also when I'm up at the crack of dawn. Outside, I try to go outside also, you know, so I get that sunrise, sunlight,
Yes, yes,
get that
yes.
fresh air,
Yeah.
listen to the birds,
It is so
enjoy the breeze.
awesome.
I mean, 5 minutes of that sets the tone for my day.
Right.
You know, and not just run away from mental illness. Talking is one of the biggest things we can do to stave off mental illness.
Right.
Talk about what it is. Don't keep things in your mind and eat up yourself.
Yes.
Talk. If you can't talk to the person who is at the core of what the issue is, talk to somebody else.
Right.
But people who name psychiatrists and psychologists and therapists and go away and study to come back to Lyme, or to wait when you have crisis.
Right.
You have to go and see them to avoid the crisis.
Right.
Yeah.
And would you say it's important to have at least one friend that if you find yourself in a going a little bit
Somebody
low,
you could talk
somebody
to.
you could talk
Yeah.
to.
Sometimes you need more than one friend.
Yes.
Sometimes you have a friend I could talk to about A, but I can't talk to them about B. You understand? So I have a A friend and a B friend and a C friend. You know?
Yes.
When I finish perform, I like to talk. When I come off stage,
Yes.
I need to talk.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And if I'm alone driving, I will call somebody and talk because that will help to bring me down.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Is it, do you think it's, sorry, not to cut you, is it something that artists experience? Because I find I have that problem too. Like if I have a long 14, 15 hours day, or you're working on a project for a while,
Yes.
and it comes to an end, it's like you feel like, oh my gosh.
Where's going? Where is it? Where am I going? Yeah, yeah.
So-
It's when I used the most drugs when I was drugging after performances. Because the performances for me were so much like a high. When the audience gone and I'm alone, it's like I used to crash. So I used to use to get myself back there. So today I talk. I mostly call my wife, but if I can't get her, I will call somebody else and talk.
Right.
Because I just need to talk, just to
yes.
kind of refocus me and get me back to a place.
So as you mentioned your drug addiction, when did you, or how did you get there? Is there, I mean, I don't even know if it is that it makes sense to ask a question like that, because I think from my observation, because I would have spoken to other people, when you hear their story, it's always that they were at a low moment in their life and they met the wrong people, or they hung out in the wrong circle.
Well, I could only blame me. Because when I was very small, very young, which is not too long ago.
I know, I can see it.
I saw adults smoke, and I wanted to smoke. I wanted to be adult. I mean, that was all me. I couldn't wait. So the first chance I get to smoke, I smoke. And
what age was that?
I was under 10 when I smoked. I was less than 10 years old, but I smoke gazette paper.
Right.
And then pick up people's cigarette butt and smoke and all them kind of thing. Just because I used to feel like it make me a big man. I was hurried to get big, you know.
Really?
No, I wish I was a teenager again.
I could just imagine adulting is not
Yeah,
easy.
no, it's not. Yeah, so no, I don't have anybody to blame. I wanted to smoke. Every chance I got to smoke, I smoked. And then when the cigarettes felt like it was enough for me and I saw the bigger guys smoking, again wanting to be bigger, I went and put myself, nobody called me and give me that, you know. I went and put myself.
Right.
And went to harder stuff and harder stuff.
All right, great. So let's talk about in that situation, because I've heard many stories of people who follow that path, and some of them did a really good job at hiding it. Because there was this one guy I was listening to recently. He actually is a sports agent, and he said he thought he was doing such a great job because he decided that, you know what, I'm not going to go with illegal drugs.
Right.
So I'm going to get all these different things, cough syrup, this, that. But the long and short of the story is he kept going deeper and deeper and deeper, right? And he said, you know, it's like you have to hit rock bottom, and you have to get to that point where you feel like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired.
That's right.
So what was your process like? And in you sharing your process, I also wanted to be like twofold, where you could talk to somebody who may be either heading there or probably on their way out. What would you say to that person?
Paula, I had resigned myself to die on the streets. I never wanted recovery. I had given up on life completely. Okay? And it was a series of events that the hand of God placed in my life have me here today. I was married to a woman who didn't give up on me. And she found me and she did everything she could to get me to a treatment program and then to get me to a drug rehabilitation center. Then I tried to leave there. I didn't want to be there. I wanted to go back where I was. And events happened and I just never got out of that center till it was done. It was a 2-year program. I had to live there for 91 days. People who I got in trouble with got put out of the center and they told me go back upstairs, you ain't going nowhere. You know, and it was all these things. It was like a conspiracy going on to keep me inside this place. You know, I called my wife once and tell her, come for me, I leave him. I'm going to jump and go. And she told me, no, stay 7 more days. And as in staying 7 more days, that I end up staying 8 and 9 and 10. For 91 days I stayed in that rehab center, 3 months. Days. And when I left that place, again, a series of events happened because I was offered a job as a television presenter. I mean, I couldn't believe I was getting this offer. And I wanted it, yes. And these guys, it was Christopher Laird and the team at Banyan, and they worked with me so that I could continue to go to my meetings and go to my follow-up therapy and do the job. I mean, they met me over and beyond the call of obligation.
Right. So I honestly believe that they're earthly angels.
They are.
I honestly believe that. And when God you're assigned to fulfill your purpose, it's like God is just make sure He put all the right people there to snatch you.
Yeah, boy.
You know?
He did that for me.
Yeah.
He really, really did. At every point in my life, I can give you 100 events of wow.
Yes, share one.
Had to be God to do that.
Share one. Just one.
Okay.
Because we want to inspire people, you know?
All right. I will have to give the most recent one that is in everybody's mind. When there was when the court sent people and the bank to take everything out of my house to take the property away.
Right.
Right? The bank called for a significant amount of money. And they could have done more, I could have done more. But we were both trying to resolve this thing for more than a year. And it came to a head and this thing happened. Paula, if I fell onto my knees that morning to pray and ask God for something, because I don't ask my God for anything.
Yes.
I only give thanks. But if I had fallen on my knees that morning to pray to God, I would have asked for the bank to have a change of heart and to give me more time. Yeah? I would not have said, God, send all that money for me today, please. I would not.
Yes.
And so many people will come into the house. I have a truck, I have a place for your family, I have a place for your station, don't worry, we'll take care of you. I mean, I bought 15 offers of places rent-free for the station and rent-free for me and my family.
Wow.
At least 15 offers.
Yes.
And I don't know what it is, but saying to everybody, hold on, don't do anything yet, just wait. I wasn't strategizing, I had no plan, I was in a bit of a daze. I was hardly even talking to my wife. I didn't know what was going on, but I knew I needed to be still and let God do what He was doing. Because whenever I'm down to nothing, God is up to something. And let me tell you, my brother came and he said, Errol, let's set up a fund me. And it would be, see how much that does, and the other siblings will chip in money and we'll see what we could do, and we talk to the bank and all this thing. And we set up the fund me. We put a target of $60,000 US. Paula, in under 8 hours, the fund was at $63,000 US. We had to stop it.
I saw.
This is, and I can't take credit. I just have to say that God went into the hearts of those 1,000 people, or how many thousands of people, and tell them, put a $5, put a $10, put a $20,
right.
you know?
And I can tell you exactly what that did, at least for me, because I shared your post. I was talking to your wife as well. I think I sent you a message. I know you were overwhelmed.
Yeah, I was.
What that did for me, it gave me, like if I was here with God, it put me here.
Wow.
Because I saw what God did in your life. And me just shortly after, I had that experience of the bailiff showing up at my house to my car. So I know that God is always, you know, when He has a plan and a purpose for you, He always puts you in a position where there's nobody else could take credit for what He's doing in your life. You know, so that is really awesome. And then the other thing that I found out too, there's so many people who are going through the same thing.
Yes.
And I'm a makeup artist. I spoke to a client of mine who's a doctor. She had 2 babies under 4 years old, and they showed up for all her appliances. So it's like I was in a position to at least offer some kind of condolence or some kind of word of encouragement, because it is so important. It puts you in a place where you feel unworthy. You feel when you can't take care of yourself and when you can't take care of your bills, it's like it puts you in a position of feeling like you're not enough, you're not doing enough. And when this crisis, we didn't create it.
Amplify everything.
We did not create it at all. So one advice that you could give to someone who may be facing the same thing, what would that be?
That we don't know what is the plan. Be still and be open and be led.
Yes.
That and that's easy to say, but doing that is called for a lot of commitment.
Right.
Let me tell you, when we doing things to destroy ourselves, there's no obstacle, We go over, under, around, and through.
Right.
And you have to. When I was using drugs, I thought to have money when I wake up in the morning. I will have by 10 o'clock. I will find a way. We go over, under, around, and through. If you see a woman outside on the side, you go over, under, around, and through to make sure that you're getting to do that. Every time we're doing something that is not in our best interest, we go over, under, around, and through to get through to it. We get creative, we do all kind of things. But when we are on the path to build ourselves, some of us sometimes, we have to go to a job interview in Cocorite. We live in Belmont. And we don't have no passage. We ain't going because we don't have no passage. We can't go. It was for a joint. I walk and go on.
Yes.
If it was a woman, we find a way. We call a partner. We get a bicycle. We get and we reach when it's to do things that are not in the interest of ourselves.
Right.
And it's a great skill. We have to turn it towards ourselves and our relationship with God and our relationship in our home. We must start going over, under, around, and through to build up ourselves and to improve our relationships.
Right. And I think too, it's a journey. It doesn't just start when you wake up.
It's forever.
It's
forever.
Every day. Yes. So it's like a consistent doing better, being more intentional, even with something as simple as what I'm doing. The day, because I always do Facebook Lives.
Right.
And the day when God spoke to me and said, you know what, I want you to have a conversation with the people that you've met over the years.
Wow.
And it's like, I know God handpicked these people. Because everybody who I asked, just say yes.
Of course.
And it was no problem. Everybody came and they sat in my chair. We had these great conversations. And I realized, but in between that, I had so many challenges. Because in the moment you decide to get intentional, AC breakdown, somebody switched the lock and the key that I have not working. And it was a lot of drama. Because the first day when I came in the AC, I stopped right here. I sweat. But I still did what I had to do.
There you go.
So let me take you back in time a little bit. Yesterday, I went into panic mode a little bit, but not necessarily. Maybe it's a little thing. It's okay. My plan B was I go online to find out
My business.
your business. So if it is I have
You know,
to
all my
create,
business there.
yes, I saw. Well, I mean, everybody. I have known Errol for like forever. So if you see me getting touchy feely with him, because don't get no hard. We know each other long. So and I saw that you grew up in a family of 9. Where were you in that 9?
Number 6.
Number 6. And what is your favorite childhood memory?
Wow, my favorite childhood memory would be Christmas with my mother. My mother made Christmas the most beautiful thing that ever existed. I look forward to it. It had a set of work and thing, but my mother, Gloria del Carmen Fabien, was...
Oh, so we calling it wrong all the time.
It's Fabien.
Why the hell do we say Fabian?
Where I told the village I grew up in, I was Fabien. When I reached in town, I became Fabian.
We always changing up your name.
Mais c'est le français, c'est Fabien.
Oh,
Oui,
okay,
Fabien.
that's French.
Oui.
Okay.
Yes, but wow, listen to me. Christmas Eve night would have like this banquet. And we would all be there, there's plenty of us. We didn't need no visitors to have a big banquet. You know? It was 11 when it was just us.
Right.
You know? And Daddy had a cousin, Uncle Norman. He would come over. Most Christmas Eves he would come. And over the years, different people came too.
Right.
And it was a feast fit for royalty.
Wow.
And Mommy cooked everything.
Wow.
We had starlight. We would go outside and play with the starlight afterwards and so on. And when my mother died, I've never enjoyed Christmas again.
Really?
Never. I make it the best I could make it for my own children, but I've never enjoyed Christmas. The Christmas that Gloria used to create for us.
So she didn't pass it down to anybody, or nobody took it up?
Well, listen, my brothers and sisters are all over the world, you know. I have one brother who lives on this island beside me. Yeah, from that 9.
Right.
Yeah.
So, how has your youthful days in that village? Because they always say the best people is from South.
That's right.
And I say, when I thought about it, because I didn't know where you were from prior to reading your bio.
South too.
Prior to reading your bio.
You didn't know where I was from?
I didn't know he was from South.
I'm
I
from
said,
deep South.
No wonder you're
Deep
so
South.
polite and so pleasant.
South, yeah.
How has growing up down South shaped your mindset?
Listen, village life in Gonzales village in Guapo where I grew up did everything for me. Wow. And the games we played, the time on the times continuum when I was growing up there, I mean, everything was so innocent, so pure, so safe, you know, and we cared for things, you know, we all had gardens and animals and things. We grew up caring for things.
Right.
You know, there was no family in that village who didn't have a little piece of land planted up in front of the house or behind the house or animals. We had pigs, we had goats, we had rabbits, we had almost every feathered thing you could mind. We had Peking ducks, turkeys, chickens, the regular duck. We had a couple of geese once, guinea birds.
Country life.
Real country life.
Wow.
So you wake up in the morning, you go and see about the animals. And then you get ready for school. And when you come home in the evening, you see about the animals.
Wow. But you just tell me something too that I realize that's why you look so youthful. Because you are accustomed to having organic food since you were very young.
Since I'm very young.
So it's not like these youths today, everybody just passing by KFC or
No, I don't know about them things so much.
Yeah. So do you have a favorite, outside of your childhood, do you have a favorite age? And what would that age be and why is that your favorite?
Wow, a favorite age. This is my favorite age, you know.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm enjoying. I turned 60 last month.
I remember. That's a milestone.
Yeah, and I'm enjoying this. You know?
Yes.
I have a lot of energy. I still move as though I was 25. I could run, jump, tumble, you know, I do what I had to do. But the mental capacity and the emotional intelligence and capacity I have now, I don't want to go to an age where I don't have this.
Yes.
And I have this now.
Right.
And this is where I want to be.
Yeah. But you don't have to go there, because you know what you invest in now, as you see, from your childhood. Even though you had that little break and you had that little situation in between, somewhere in the middle there.
I had plenty of situations.
I honestly believe you see your health in terms of your food, what you feed your body, your food is really your medicine.
Very, very much.
And once you continue to eat foods that will nourish you, your brain, because my mom the other day, she was telling me she forgets something. So she said, I'm going to start drinking ginkgo.
Yeah. She had to remember.
And the coconut oil. And the coconut oil.
I sip coconut oil occasionally in the morning. I always have coconut oil there. If I put filter moisturizer on my skin, it's the same coconut oil I put on.
Yes.
And I go to fry food, it's the same coconut oil I use.
Yes.
Sometimes I swish, so I put my water in the morning and swish it around sometimes.
Yes.
And sometimes I take it up and take a sip.
Yeah,
it's the same coconut oil.
Here's the thing that for some reason or other we weren't taught about healthy fats.
Right.
And I know in the Mediterranean diet, not coconut oil, olive oil. Is a big part of their diet.
Right.
They put olive oil in every single thing.
And they wish it was as good as coconut oil.
Well,
because olive oil, when you heat it, it loses some of its goodness.
Yes.
But coconut oil stands up there. Yeah.
So you can't really cook it beyond a certain thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you one more question, and then I'm going to go into, I want you to drop some gems on a series of things that I have here.
Okay.
I really want to get into the mind of a man and the way he thinks about certain things.
Okay.
I don't know if you know, but this entire month is dedicated to men. I just feel like we don't celebrate men enough.
Wow.
You know, we wait until Father's Day or birthdays, and I honestly believe that for me, I mean, yes, I've had a lot of negative experiences, but I've had great experiences with men.
Okay.
You know, I have my dad, I have 2 brothers, and I have my uncles, and everybody really look out for me, and I have great friends as well too. So, what are you most grateful for?
What am I most grateful for?
Yes.
That's wow. Gratitude is the golden hinge on which all of life swings. That is a motto of mine. Gratitude is the golden hinge on which all of life swings.
Wow. I hope you guys have your notepad, because that right there is a gem.
That as my firm belief, and I am forever grateful. I only ever thank God. I don't do anything else but thank God. And I am truly grateful today for my children and my wife.
Yes.
I truly am grateful.
Yes. I mean, I've had an opportunity to observe you with some of your kids, and I was like, oh my God, you are such an amazing daddy.
Well, I have amazing children.
Yes. So this next section, I would like to have you drop some gems on. The first one, it could be a phrase, but you can't repeat yourself twice.
Okay.
You know, the first one, love.
Love?
Yes.
You know what first one to remind when we were teenagers, we used to say, love is a feeling you feel when you're about to feel a feeling you've never felt before. Love is a feeling you feel when you're about to feel a feeling you've never felt before.
Oh,
but love is a choice, and it's something you give.
yes.
The source of love, the only source of love, is from our Creator.
Yes.
Yeah. I love love. Yeah. That's the place I exist in. The place of love.
It comes through, you know, it comes through from the way how you even treat other people. And then I have one thing to say real quickly. I remember a project you and I were working on, and we were driving down, I think it was the bus route as usual, things in the bus route. And I see you pull over and you say, oh shit, and I couldn't understand what was going on. it was a bird that flew into your window,
Yeah,
and
oh my
you
God.
totally freaked
I
out.
can't deal with them things.
And I was like, oh my gosh. It just really touched me as how compassionate you were. And when you say what you just say, it only have to come from love. Because you can't be anything else if love is present.
It's difficult for me to deal with hurting any living thing.
Yes.
I
Yes.
freak out.
So you're definitely an empath.
A what?
An empath.
Okay.
So you don't have a name for everything now. So moving right along, my next curiosity where I want you to drop another gem is relationships.
Relationships.
Yeah, your personal relationships and your work relationships. So say something about
Yeah,
it.
relationships are very demanding, and they take work. It takes effort to make relationships work. If a relationship is like a plant, if you leave it alone and you don't care for it and remember it and think about it and invest in it, it's gonna die.
Yes.
Relationships, sometimes you get a plant from somebody, a cactus or something, you rest it and it's so beautiful when it just reaches.
Yes.
And 2 months down the road, you don't talk to it, you don't water it, you don't put it by the window for sunlight, it's just gonna wither and die. And if you come back and a day and give it a little water, it's up again, it's ready. And relationships are like that.
Wow.
They need care and attention. You need to think about it, you need to talk to it, you need to put in the work, you have to develop a discipline to care for your relationship.
Yes.
Else it's gonna die.
Yes. And what about like the relationships that are important for like the circle that you work in or people
It's the
that you work
same,
with, the
all
same thing?
relationships are the same thing.
Okay.
They need that.
Yes.
If like you and I, we have a relationship. We don't see each other all the time, but our relationship is very much intact. We meet. If I see you again a year from now, it's like just after this conversation.
Yes.
Because
It's
when
so
we are
true.
together, we put the work into the relationship.
Yes, that is
We have
so
respect.
true. Yes.
We have good conversation.
Yes.
We think about each other. If you have transport to come there, you need this or you need that. I put what I need to put into it when you're on the job, and I need this so that you put what you need to put into it. You go the extra, I go the extra, and that is the thing that makes relationships work. Whether it's your lover or your co-worker or just a passing relationship.
Yes.
You see somebody shut down on the side of the road. That a relationship start there. A relationship could be just pass and watch them and go your way. Or you could just say, "You alright?" Or you could stop and say, "You need help?"
Right.
All of these, once we relate
Yes.
to another human being, it's a relationship.
Right.
And they all need that work, that
Right,
love,
that
that care
nourishment.
and attention.
Wow, that is powerful. You hear, guys? That is so powerful.
Relationships are it's relationships kick in on the 1st of October for me.
Right.
People related to me.
I know.
And,
that is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And marriage. I really want to know what inspires a man to say, see that woman, she's going to be my wife.
Let me tell you, a million different things for a million different men.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, most men, let me talk for myself.
Yes. Stop for yourself.
I can sometimes be fickle. Yeah.
Like all of us.
Yeah. And for years, I have been putting a lot into relationships with my children and not enough into relationships with my partners. So I've not been working on being a husband. I've been working on being a father. And I wanted to be, I love marriage, I want marriage. I got married twice and divorced twice to the same woman.
Wow.
You hear what I'm telling you? But I want marriage. And I live a lot of my life without a partner, a single partner in a committed relationship. I've always wanted it. And I was on the hunt. I was looking on, my eyes was open. I was looking for, but the woman I got married to and I'm married to now, she's a very good woman.
Yes.
And
She's beautiful.
well, I mean, she has me, you know. That's a
I'm
beautiful.
glad that credit for that too.
No, she's a good woman.
Yes.
And a good woman, you know, they say is check boxes.
Yes.
I am a good woman for me is a woman who doesn't want to become the thin edge of a wedge between my children and me.
The thin edge of a wedge between each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I've had relationships before with women that were going good, but somehow I ended up in positions having to choose
Right.
between my children and that person. If I have to choose between my children and you, who am I going to choose?
Your children.
Every day of the week and twice on weekends. Every time. You know? And I came across this woman now who didn't see my relationship with my children like that, because breeze can't pass through, you know, my children and I. No matter how things get with us,
Right.
we did.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And so that was a big thing for me. And a woman who knew God or knows God is a very big thing for me. And I like a pretty face too. You know what I mean? I like a pretty face. I like a pretty face and a nice body, you know, and brimming all of that. Good conversation.
Yes.
If I cannot have good conversation with you,
Yes.
I can't commit for life.
Right.
Because we could only talk about people, and we can't disagree in an agreeable way.
Right.
And talk about anything and everything under the sun.
Yes.
Where we going?
Right.
Where we going?
I know.
Because when the sex finished, we have to be able to talk.
Exactly.
The day will come and we can't have sex no more. What we gonna do? We must be able to have good conversation.
Oh boy. Yes.
Conversation is a big thing for me, a real big thing.
So in a nutshell, what would you say marriage? How would you sum up marriage in a nutshell?
Marriage is the relationship into which you have to put the most work.
Wow.
Because it is the relationship out of which you will gain the most for your life.
That is amazing. That is awesome. So y'all, that's another gem. I'm moving right along. This one, I know this is your favorite. This one is your favorite. On the 60 seconds, being a father.
Being a father
Yes.
is a lifelong job that you have to turn up. You have to turn up, put up, and shut up. That's it.
Turn up, put
Turn
up,
up, put up,
and shut up. Okay?
You just have to do what you have to do. That's
Right.
it.
Your talent. The next one, your talent.
One of my talent.
You gotta give me a gem about your talent.
My talent? Wow.
Yes. Yeah, and you know what?
I don't see me how people see me in no Paul.
I know exactly what you mean. I know
When
exactly
people
what you mean.
tell me about my talent, I look wrong to see what they're talking about. You know, I accept that I am a channel through which creative energy flows. I accept that.
Okay.
And that's it right there.
And that's it right
Yeah,
there.
that's it right there.
Okay.
I am a channel through which creative energy
So
flows.
as we have this particular one, I really want you to drop a gem for someone who may be looking up to you as somebody to inspire.
Wow.
What would you say to that person?
Work hard, study hard, pray hard, and then work hard, study hard, and pray hard.
And repeat.
Yes.
All right. So the business side of this now. The business.
Business. Business is, for me, one of the things that I think I'm most lacking in. And, but I've managed to keep in business for pretty much all of my life. I've been in my own business.
Right.
And I feel as though I should not entrust business to myself. I should have had, and I still feel I should have, a business manager.
Yeah, because guess why? Everybody who come along with a nice story, you want to help them.
I can't do that.
Look at this right here.
Yeah, but it's not to say the two can't work together.
Yes.
But yeah, I feel, and Peter Pig went and studied to be business manager, and not
Yes,
to go online,
yes.
just to manage business.
Right, so you hire
Yeah.
them, and I just want. So for me, I always say I just want to be able to show up in my brushes and do what I do, and somebody else handle how much
The
they can
billing,
take and whatever the
the-
case
the-
is,
the-
and you
the-
negotiate. I want to make money.
Right.
I want to make money because at the end of the day, money buys us better memories and money buys us access. So
Right.
money is important.
It's very important,
Yes.
but it doesn't drive me at all.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't drive me. If you come to me with an idea to make money, right? And on the same day somebody have an idea to make a difference, you ain't seeing me. I don't hope so. Because,
because
making
that's
a
your
difference
mission.
is a bigger
Yes.
priority for me than making money.
That's your mission and that's your
Yeah.
purpose. So that's why you will always go there.
Yeah.
So the next gem is staying clean.
You mean my sobriety?
Yes.
Ah, boy. My sobriety is my most valued treasure in the world. I defend it with everything I've got.
Right.
My sobriety is something I put around me as though, let's say it's in a dark room, and I see a pinhole of light, all my attention goes to fixing that and sealing that up. I don't play with my recovery.
Yes.
I do not play with my recovery because I know if I relapse, and relapse is real with the disease I live with.
Even after 30 years.
Oh yes, I know people with more clean time than that to relapse. So I don't play.
Right.
Because if I relapse, I'm going to lose everything. As much as you love me, and as much as you're feeling you'll be there for me, you ain't going to want to see me anymore. Because I come into distress here. I come into teeth from you. I come into, when I leave here, you're vexed you even could see me. You understand? And in relapse, we pick up right where we left off or we get worse.
Wow.
And I can't, after that, it's dead for me.
That's how
So
serious
I
it
don't
is.
play.
So talk to somebody and let them know how important it is to protect.
Do not play with your recovery. Don't take chances with your recovery. It's like if you have $1 million and somebody come with a bright idea to, they want the $1 million to invest because they're teaching fish how to drink water. You know you're going to lose that money.
Right.
Right? Don't play with your recovery. There's nothing to invest your recovery in that's worth it. You will lose it. I don't play.
Right.
Do not play with your recovery. It's not worth it.
Yes. Like we said in the beginning, we could talk forever. So I just have 2 more gems that I want you to drop because I know the time is probably almost up. What is your greatest life lesson?
My greatest life lesson is to love unconditionally and work hard every day.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Wow. So this one is a little bit tricky. It is the idea of legacy. But here's how I want to approach it. Let's say, well, we have the internet now. Everything is on the internet, right? But if everything on you should disappear from the internet and you could only leave 2 things. One of them is going to inspire your inner circle, your children, your family. And the other thing is going to inspire maybe the world at large. In 60 seconds, talk about what you would want to leave as your legacy to inspire the world and what you would want to leave as your legacy to inspire your inner circle.
Both is the same thing I would want to live.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love others how I love you.
That's simple.
That's it.
That's your legacy.
That's it. Just love everybody how I loved you.
I really, 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 when I tell you, a gazillion times really. You see why we had a challenge earlier? Because of how phenomenal this conversation is. I really want to thank you for being so open. I want to thank you for sharing your heart. I want to thank you for such a great experience. If the 20-something years that I've known you and I've worked with you, it's like, I literally feel that sometimes you're my angel too, because I remember one time I was like, wake up with 50 cents in my wallet.
And
And you call me, it's like, let me tell you, I just sit down, finish writing my whole thing and asking God, it's like, okay, open up a way this week so that I can make some money, whatever the case is. I put on my book, it was a little after 12, chatting with my brother. My phone rang at 12:23 a.m. It's like, God, you answer my prayers so fast. And I really, I mean, I can't really say thank you, is just nothing now. But I appreciate that you being here. I will. That part is easy. It's real easy.
Yeah.
So, beautiful souls, I think Paula D'Souza should be on television, a television host. Trust me, I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just faking this. So thank you guys for watching. Is there anything else that you want to say before I let you go?
Just love ups for everybody. Love ups, love ups.
Yes, thank you so much. I love you. You guys enjoy the rest of the week. Don't forget to be safe. Oh, your beautiful wife. I just saw her pop on and she said,
did?
agree.
Of course.
Yes, tell her you love her now.
I love her now.
Hi, Gloria. I want to say thank you so much. Please remember to share this live and follow Gayelle on, what's the name of the channel?
Gayelle the channel.
Gayelle the channel. Something, it was in the Caribbean something?
Oh, Gayelle the Caribbean, forgive me.
Exactly.
Gayelle the Caribbean.
It's changed the name,
Gayelle the Caribbean.
Gayelle the Caribbean is on Facebook, and I saw that you have an Instagram page as well.
Yes, we have IG, and you can catch us. I know everybody don't have cable, but you can watch us. We're available 24 hours on tegostream.com/Gayelle. That's TEGO stream.com/Gayelle. And you have Gayelle, once you punch it in once, that's it. You have us wherever you go.
And you are responsible for how many, is it 100% local or 90%?
We do 90%, we guarantee 90% local content.
90%
and 90% truth. We are a non-fiction Caribbean content health and wellness station.
Right. So I know one of these days I'm going to have you back and we'll focus more on the business. But for this time, I feel like we just should share more from a personal perspective because people need to know that, guess what? This journey that we walk in is not a walk in the park. No, we have challenges just like you. And I think if I see us as like a blueprint for other people who want to probably walk the walk. Yes. So you guys, love you, blessings. Have a great rest of the week and be safe. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Toodaloo. Love you. Bye.